You just found a great score on some old wrought iron. You think, yeah, it might be wrought iron. Well, how do you tell if it really is? Welcome back to Black Bear Forge. Today I thought I would answer that very question. I think we've looked at this before, but it's been a little while, and that was probably in conjunction with some other information. Today we'll just look at how do you tell if a piece of found, salvaged, or bought online material is really wrought iron or not. And this comes up because I just got a little care package in the mail from one of the viewers. These little pieces of wagon rim. Now really most old wagon tires are going to be wrought iron. That's what most of them are made out of, unless it's a more recent reproduction made out of mild steel. The originals all existed at a time where wrought iron was the only game in town, so odds are these are wrought iron pieces. But this material comes from Ron, and Ron would like to know if it's really wrought iron, so I thought I would go through the process of a very quick, very easy test to be sure. You can spark test this against a known piece of wrought iron, but spark tests are sometimes a little subjective and it's hard to be exactly sure what you're looking at, and if it's been contaminated because it's been in a coal fire, it might have a little more carbon at the point where you're spark testing it. Not always perfectly reliable. It's really the structure of the material that we're looking at to tell wrought iron. So let's go to the forge, let's get this hot, and let's find out if it's wrought iron. One of the things that tends to make wrought iron unique when compared to mild steel is the fact that it has a grain structure. It's made up of layers. The iron billet is drawn out, folded, forge welded, folded, forge welded over and over again to make up the wrought iron, and that results in layers with some silica inclusions from the silica sand that was used as flux, and it's much like wood then. It's a bunch of interlocking layers, and it has some characteristics of wood, namely that it will split easily along the grain. And that's the best way to test for wrought iron. Let's start by trying to split a piece of mild steel to see how it behaves as a comparison. So by putting that chisel cut in there, we've created a weak place that this will both want to bend, but the wrought iron would also then want to fracture right there, especially when you hammer it like that. And you can see that this has stayed together pretty well. Mild steel will still crack, it'll still stress crack, but there's no delamination, it's just a sharp bend right at that point. So that's mild steel. And we can do the same thing with the piece of wagon rim and see if it behaves any differently. And if it doesn't, then I might find something I know is wrought iron, just to compare. But this really does show exactly what we're looking for. You can see down in here that that's delaminating. It's pulling apart and splitting. And you can see fibrous grain where the chisel cut didn't go as this pulls away from it. And that's definitely wrought iron. Well, hopefully that was clearly illustrated and you could see the changes, But even if you couldn't on the video, if you do it in person, I'm sure you'll be able to tell if you've got wrought iron versus mild steel. It's really quite obvious once you've seen what wrought iron looks like when it splits. So Ron, the material you sent is definitely wrought iron, and I suspected it would be because most wagon rims really are wrought iron. But they're usually a lower grade of wrought iron. They were not highly refined. If you're going to do something really nice out of this, it might be worth refining it yourself, either stacking it up or folding it and re-welding it a few times to make for a finer grain structure in the wrought iron, and that'll be a better material in most cases. Anyways, I hope that answers your question. I hope that was useful for everybody else that was watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you can. Love it if you hit that subscribe button if you haven't done that already. Stick around, watch a few of the other videos, but then head out to the shop, make something. But stay safe, wear your safety glasses, and we'll see you for the next one.